other types of trusts beyond what we just talked about, primarily an irrevocable trust. That again is a lifetime trust that you create during your lifetime. It's a trust where you give away all your assets. And why would you do that? There's all sorts of reasons. But an irrevocable trust is supposed to be just that, irrevocable. You can't change it. With a revocable trust, like the one I was just talking about, before your death, you can revoke it at any time. You might change your mind, you don't want it anymore, whatever the reason is. With an irrevocable trust, it's intended to not be changeable. You created it, it's not going to change. There's always exceptions to these rules, but that's how it's intended. Why would you ever create an irrevocable trust, or irrevocable if you prefer? The reason you would do that is maybe for tax minimization purposes. Maybe you say, my estate is too big in the state of Washington. My assets are beyond Washington's estate tax credit exclusion amount of $2.193 million. So I'm going to take and put this extra money into a trust, irrevocable trust. So you're no longer considered the owner of that asset. Great, good tax planning opportunity there, because then you won't have to pay, your estate won't pay Washington estate tax on it, which is a great planning tool. Maybe you are facing long-term care costs in the future, and you just received a diagnosis of Alzheimer's, and maybe you've got long-term care insurance, maybe you don't, but you want to make sure that all your money doesn't get spent on your care. Well, Medicaid's rules provide whatever you do 5 years in advance of applying for benefits, Medicaid doesn't care about. So maybe you take and put all your assets into that irrevocable trust to protect them, for example, for your children. That's another possible reason somebody would create an irrevocable trust. And I have to apologize. Once I start talking about taxes or Medicaid planning, we're kind of getting in the weeds about what is complicated. So I'm going to kind of leave it with that. There's other discussions, other times where I've discussed tax planning, I've discussed Medicaid planning, what you can do to protect assets if you're facing if that's your situation. Anybody who's concerned about estate planning basics, you are not concerned about an irrevocable trust. That is not basic. That's way more complicated.